That is the Rainbow Bridge. Right across the bridge is Niagara Falls, Ontario. I don't know how I could better illustrate that contrast than just standing here in Niagara Falls, New York.
Where shall we go on this 44-bound journey?
This is Linda. She's our guide to the postcard version of Niagara Falls, the Ontario side, the one most visitors imagine first.
Nothing, and I mean nothing compared to the experience of feeling the power of Niagara Falls.
What became clear is that Niagara Falls is not just one experience. The Ontario side and the New York side feel completely different. Linda helped frame the Ontario side, the postcard view, the history, and the spectacle. But on the New York side, the story changed. There was no guide walking me through it. I had to find the rhythm of the place myself, through the park, the overlooks, the crowds, and the little moments between the main attractions. Linda leads us to Niagara City Cruises by Hornblower, the Canada side version of Niagara's classic boat ride into the mist. New York has Made of the Mist. Here in Ontario, this is how we get close to the falls. Being on the bow on the left side is the best way to go on this Hornblower boat. Apparently everybody jumps on and runs up top, but she's been doing it a long time. We trust her judgment. Yeah. Just going by the American side. Don't know how else to describe it than just very powerful. It's very powerful. The mist is really strong. You cannot help but squint from the power of the water. So there's rain today too, but you can almost not tell. The rain is mixed in with the mist here. So we're by the American Falls. We're going to head now by the Horseshoe Falls. What probably more people know is that iconic view. I mean, both of them are pretty amazing, honestly. Can feel the swell of the boat starting to heave a little bit. I don't know if my microphone's gonna work anymore. Holy cow. I'm gonna have to put this away. It's fresh water, but it's got this salty essence to it. Oh wow, indescribable. Tell you that Hornblower tour was amazing. You know, you read about stuff, you hear about it, but experiencing it is something else, something completely different. Water is very powerful. Everything is soaked. Linda had warned us that, hey, you're going to get wet. She even suggested that these ponchos really weren't going to do much, and she was right. That was amazing. It almost seemed like our captain was having fun with us. He just sat there. It felt like forever. People actually started retreating under the little ledges available. I'd said before that there was rain. Being out there, there is no way of knowing the difference. It's not raining now, but it felt like when you were at the foot of the falls that you were in the midst of an absolute downpour. Highly recommended. So these tours go, I think, every 15 minutes or so. It's summer season, so it's like peak, one after the other, hundreds at a time. Like 30,000 people can take this tour in a day. It's possible. So that's a lot of people, but our boat is not too full. There was room to move around. Everybody was enjoying it. Like Linda had said, like coming in the front on the port side bow is where we came on. Either side, port or starboard bow probably works because the boat does make a 360. So you'll get to see the same views. Near the front, probably ideal. Boat kind of sits in the middle for a bit there. Maid of the Mist just left. The Maid of the Mist is in the mix right now in the distance. You have the next Hornblower heading. We're coming back. We got the next batch ready to go. Back on land, Linda led us toward Table Rock Center and helped make sense of what we had just seen.
The word Niagara comes from the native word Niagara, which means thundering water. Perfect name.
We're heading towards Table Rock now. We're going to do a journey behind the falls. We're going to be heading down 160 feet to this journey behind the falls deal.
You're going to see that view up close. I have a lot.
This is like really well done. Everything is like super organized and set up. It's got the flow and signage. Sufficient staffing. Oh, more ponchos.
Yeah. And then, you got to kind of walk back, you guys. Walk back? Okay. Pretty good.
There's more. I think I'll be okay with my raincoat though.
Or you can take the wheel.
Yeah, I'm going to take it though, yeah. At Journey Behind the Falls, the tunnels lead to two portals, the Great Falls Portal and the Cataract Portal. You're not looking across at Niagara here, you're standing inside the force of it. So this here is Journey Behind the Falls. You walk down some tunnels. We get to get up close and personal. You can get to go kind of up close and personal to the falls themselves. You can see the boats down low. It's in some ways it's a bit more of an accessible experience because on the boat, while it's a lot of fun, being really close, you almost can't see anything. You're just confronted with this deluge of water. But here, you can actually see the falls, take some really nice pictures. It's not a really strenuous walk or anything through the tunnels. Might seem a little spooky to some, but there's so many people, like it's all good. That rainy day in Niagara Falls could have been a full trip on its own. The boat ride, Journey Behind the Falls, Table Rock, and all the tourist energy around it gave the Canada side a very complete Niagara experience. But after the guided Ontario side, I crossed back into Niagara Falls, New York, where the story became less packaged and more discovered. This is Fort Schlosser, a historic site near the upper Niagara River. Long before Niagara was mainly a tourist destination, this area mattered because of the river, the portage around the falls, and the movement of people, goods, and military supplies. And those towers are a reminder that Niagara is not just scenery. It is also power, literally, with water controlled and diverted for hydroelectric energy. I'm walking around Fort Schlosser, I think it's called. I'll have to work on that pronunciation. There's absolutely no one here. It's overlooked. There are several historical placards and stuff that explain the significance of this spot on the New York side of Niagara Falls. Leaving Fort Schlosser, I followed the New York side toward Niagara Falls State Park and the falls themselves. Niagara Falls, Ontario really focused on tourism right across the Rainbow Bridge. There was more of an emphasis kind of placed on industry. I don't know how I could better illustrate that contrast than just standing here in Niagara Falls, New York. I'm parked in that parking lot. Right across the bridge is Niagara Falls, Ontario. I paid $40 to park right across that bridge. See the sky rises, you see all the attractions, you see the hotels. It is without question a tourist atmosphere. Right on the other side, parking here was free. Niagara Falls State Park is the New York side home of the falls. Made of the mist leaves from nearby, and the 1961 observation tower gives you a pretty decent view, which on this trip, construction made free. Hi there.
Hi.
I just want to do the observation deck.
Just you?
Yep.
It's closed because the observation deck is under construction, so you just be on the bridge, but you still get beautiful views.
Okay.
So there's your receipt to show that you can be up there, and a souvenir postcard for you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Appreciate it. These are the Schoellkopf Power Station Ruins down in the Niagara Gorge near the Maid of the Mist area. Built in stages from 1905 to 1924, this was once the largest hydroelectric power station in the world. In 1956, a major collapse destroyed much of the plant, leaving behind the ruins. After the Schoellkopf ruins, I kept walking through the park. This part of Niagara was quieter, not the big postcard view, but still connected to the story of the falls. Ontario gives you the classic Niagara experience, the boat, the tunnels, the skyline, and the wide views. New York feels more layered, part waterfall, part park, part history. It is less concentrated, but there is more to notice when you slow down and walk through it. Thanks so much for coming along to Niagara Falls, Ontario, and New York. Until next time, you stay grounded, you stay grateful, and go everywhere.